Hello students, we were discussing about the linear equation in two variables in our previous videos, and in those particular videos we have discussed about what is the general form of linear equation in two variable and what is the meaning of solution and how to find the solution of the linear equation in two variable. Now today we are going to start the next topic, which is the graph of linear equation in two variables. Okay, so we are going to start. So what is basically a graph? Graph is the representation of any particular equation. There are different types of graph which we will study in our further classes also. So our first graph is start with the graph of linear equation in two variables. So how to draw the graph and what does a graph represent? So as we have discussed about the solution of a linear equation in two variables. So what is the meaning of solution? Solution of any linear equation means the ordered pair or the values of variable x and y which satisfies a given equation. And we have already discussed that in a linear equation in two variables there are infinite solution. It means there will be infinite number of ordered pair, that means x coordinate and y coordinate. There will be infinite numbers of x and y coordinate. So we have to locate all those ordered pair on the Cartesian plane, and if we will join all those ordered pair, then we will get a graph of linear equation in two variable. So suppose, let us start with an example. Suppose we have given a question that we have to draw the graph. Question is, draw the graph of 2x plus 3y equals to 12. We have given this equation and we have to draw the graph of this equation. So as we can see here, this is the linear equation in two variables, but it is not written in the general form. So whenever we have to draw the graph, it is not necessary that we have to convert it in the general form. We can directly find the values of x and y, and we have to locate all those values on the Cartesian coordinate system. So for that we will draw a table. This is a very simple method. You have to simply draw a table of x and y. Okay, then we will put the different values of x, as we have discussed in our previous exercise also, that when we put the value of x, we get another value of y. That is a one set of ordered pair, which is also known as the solution of the linear equation. So we will draw a table of x and y, and we will put different values here. If we only place two values, then also we can get the graph. But if we can take more than two values, 3, 4, 5 values, whatever you want to take, you can take those particular number of values. It will be better to take at least 4 values so that your graph can be completed. But the graph can be drawn by just finding the two values also. Okay. So we will find the values. Now if we put x equal to 0, then in this equation, if we put x equal to 0, the equation is 2x plus 3y equal to 12. So you have to find the value of y with respect to x equal to 0. So if you put x equal to 0, then it will be 2 into 0 plus 3y equals to 12. So we will get y equal to 3. So at x equal to 0, y is equal to, so it will be 4. The value of y will be 4. X equal to 0, then y will be equal to 4. Then put the value here. Then if you put x equal to 1, at x equal to 1, let us take another value, x equal to 1. So if we put x equal to 1, then what will be the value? It will be 2 into 1 plus 3y is equal to 12. Then it will be 3y is equal to 12 minus 2, that will be 10. So y will be equal to 10 by 3. Now it is difficult to plot on the Cartesian coordinate system. Not difficult, but you may get confused by plotting this particular value. Whenever the term is in fraction, we will discuss about the fraction also later on. So the value of y is coming out to be 10 by 3. So we don't want such type of values where the fraction comes out. So let us take another value. If you put x equal to x at x equal to 1, y is equal to 10 by 3. Okay. Now if we take x is equal to 2, or let us take another such value where the fraction doesn't come. So what can we take? If we take x equal to 3, then what will happen? At x equal to 3, it will be 2 into 3 plus 3y equal to 12. Or we will get 3y is equal to 6 or y is equal to 2. It is y equal to 2. So at x equal to 3, y is equal to 2. Okay. So we have taken x equal to 0, 1 and 3. Again, you can take the negative values also. You can take -1, -3 and so on. But the most simple method is that you can put x equal to 0 at a time, then you will get the value of y. Similarly, you put y equal to 0. If we put y equal to 0 in this equation, if we put y equal to 0, then what will happen? At y equal to 0, you can take any value. You can place the value of x as well as the value of y. So we have taken y equal to 0. Then at y equal to 0, it will be 2x plus 0 equal to 12. So x will be equal to 6. It means x is equal to 6. Clear? So these are some points. We have got 4 points. And I told you we can draw the graph by only 2 points also. But we have got here 4 points in which this is a fraction term. So we will not plot this particular value 1 and 10 by 3 at this stage. So we have got 3 values 0, 4, 3, 2 and 6, 0. Now we have to plot all these 3 values. These are 3 sets of ordered pair. What is the first set? We can write it as x1 comma y1, which is equal to 0 comma 4. It is 0 comma 4. Then we get second ordered pair x2 comma y2. We are taking 3 comma 2. It is 3 comma 2. Then third ordered pair is x3 comma y3, which can be written as 6 comma 0. So we have got these 3 ordered pair. Okay, if we get only 2 ordered pair, then also we can draw the graph. But here we got 3, then it is more easy to draw the plot. So first note it down, then we are going to draw the graph. Now we have to draw the graph. So we are drawing our Cartesian coordinate system. This is our x-axis, this is y-axis, this is origin, this is x dash and y dash. Now, as we have already studied about plotting the graph on the Cartesian coordinate system and on the graph paper, so you all will be having your graph papers. So we will plot 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. On the y-axis 1, 2, 3, 4. This is -1, -2, -3 and -4. -1, -2, -3 and -4. And I told you earlier in the coordinate geometry also that we have to write the scale also. Means whatever value you are taking, we are taking on x-axis 1 block or 1 centimeter is equal to 1 unit. On y-axis also we are taking 1 centimeter or 1 block is equal to 1 unit. Now first ordered pair is 0 comma 4. So where will be 0 comma 4? X is equal to 0, and on x equal to 0 we have to move at y equal to 4. It means this is our first ordered pair. It is 0 comma 4. Second ordered pair is x2 comma y2, which is 3 comma 2. It means x is equal to 3 and y is equal to 2. This is 3 comma 2. Then the next ordered pair is 6 comma 0. So x equal to 6 and y equal to 0. It means this will be our point. Okay. Now if you join all these 3 points, it will form a straight line. When you will plot it on the graph paper, it will be a straight line. It will form a straight line. This point is 3, 2 and this is 6, 0. So when you will plot, when you will join all the points, if you have plotted only 2 points, then it will also, because we know a line means a line can be drawn by any 2 point. So whenever we get any 2 point, any 2 ordered pair, then always we will get a line. And what is the graph of linear equation in 2 variables? It will always be a straight line. You can see here in this equation, the graph is a straight line. It means any equation, any linear equation in 2 variables will always form a straight line. Okay, so the graph of any linear equation in 2 variables, it is always a straight line. It is always a straight line. That's why it is also known as linear equation, because it will always form a straight line. Okay, so this is the graph of this particular equation. Now we can see here, this graph is cutting x-axis. Cutting x-axis at which point? At 6, 0. And this graph is cut, the graph of this equation is cutting y-axis at 0, 4. Now we are coming to the most important point. First draw the graph and note all these points. Now you will be asked in the question that draw the graph of a given particular linear equation and find the intercept, a term known as intercept. So what is the meaning of intercept? Intercept is the distance which is cutted by the graph of linear equation on x-axis or on y-axis. So if we say, what is the intercept on x-axis? Intercept on x-axis. The question will be asked, draw the graph of this particular equation and find the intercept on x-axis and intercept on y-axis. So what is the intercept on x-axis? Intercept means the point where graph cuts x-axis. So the graph is cutting the x-axis at 6, 0. It means this distance, the distance on x-axis where the graph is cutting the x-axis, this distance is 6 unit. So what is the intercept on x-axis? It is 6 unit. Similarly, intercept on y-axis. So what is the definition of intercept on y-axis? The point where the graph intersect y-axis. So graph is intersecting y-axis as 0, 4. So what is this length or this distance? It is 4 unit. It means intercept on y-axis is 4. Clear? So there will be 2 types of question that will be asked to you. The first one is draw the graph of the question, graph of the given equation, and find the coordinates of the point where graph cuts x-axis. So if it is asked that find the coordinate where the graph cuts x-axis, then the coordinates are 6, 0 and on the y-axis this is 0, 4. But if it is asked that find the intercept on x-axis, then intercept means the length from the distance from the origin to the point where graph cuts x-axis. It means this distance is called intercept on x-axis and this distance is called intercept on y-axis. So this is the definition of intercept. This is the meaning of intercept. Okay, so we have completed. We have drawn the graph of this equation and we have found out the intercept on x-axis as well as on y-axis. Note it down. There is one more important thing which you can find out from this graph itself. if we don't want to draw the graph, or if it is not asked to draw the graph of a given equation, but we have to find the intercept on x-axis as well as y-axis. So what was the equation? Equation was 2x plus 3y equals to 12. We have drawn the graph of this equation and we have found out the intercept on x-axis and y-axis. Now, if we have given that we have to find the intercept on x-axis as well as on y-axis without plotting the graph, then how will you find the intercept on x-axis and y-axis? Let us solve it. As we know, on x-axis, what is the value of y? On x, we have discussed it in coordinate geometry. On x-axis, the value of y is always 0. It means if we have to find intercept, on x-axis, because we have to find where the graph cuts the x-axis, it means at that point y will be 0. To find intercept on x-axis, y will be equal to 0. So if we put y equal to 0 in this equation, we will get 2x plus 0 equal to 12. So x will be equal to 6. And what is this? This is intercept on x-axis. This is intercept on x-axis. It means if we have to find out the intercept on x-axis without drawing the graph, then we have to put y equal to 0 in the given equation and we will get the value of x, which will be the intercept on x-axis. You can see here it is also intercept on x-axis is 6. The equation was same, intercept was 6, and if we have find it out by mathematically without drawing the graph, then also it is coming out to be 6. Okay. Similarly, to find intercept on y-axis. So as we know, on y-axis, what is the value of x? On y-axis, x coordinate is always 0. So to find the intercept on y-axis, we will put x equal to 0. So by putting x equal to 0, we will get 3y equal to 12, or y will be equal to 4. This y will be the intercept. This is intercept on y-axis. Okay. So in this way, if you have to find the intercept, or if you have to find where the graph will cut on x-axis or y-axis without drawing the graph, then you can find in this way. But if you have to draw the graph also, then it is very easy. You will draw the graph and you will find out where the graph is cutting x-axis as well as y-axis. Clear? So note it down. Now let us take another question. On a same graph paper, draw graph of the equation draw a graph of equation. The first equation is 2x minus y is equal to 3, and second equation, and 3x plus 2y is equal to 1. And also find the point of intersection of two lines on graph paper. Okay, so this is our question now. So let us start. The first thing is we have to find the ordered pair of both the equation, or we can say we have to draw the table. So we will draw the table of first equation. The first equation is 2x minus y equal to 3. So let us draw the table of this equation. You have to take the values in such a way that you can always get an integer value. It should not be a fraction value. That will be more convenient for you to draw the graph. So let us take the values x and y. So if we take x equal to 0, then y will be equal to minus 3. Y will be equal to minus 3. You can see here, if x equal to 0, then this term will be 0, then minus y will be equal to 3, or y will be equal to minus 3. So we get one value. Now if we put x equal to 1, then what will happen? If we will put x equal to 1, then it will be 2 minus y equal to 3, then y will be equal to minus 1. That will also be an integer value. So let us put x equal to 1. Then putting x equal to 1, we will get y is equal to, this will be 2 minus 3, that will be minus 1. So y will be equal to minus 1. Okay. So we have got two values. We can draw the graph by only these two values. So I am just drawing the graph by two values. I am not taking much values. Now let us take second equation. The second equation is 3x plus 2y is equal to 1. Now if we draw the table of this equation, it will be x and y. Now in this equation, if we put x equal to 0, then what will happen? Then y will be equal to 1 by 2. Okay, that will not be an integer value. You can plot it, but I am not taking fraction values. That will be a fraction value. I am not taking fraction value. I am just taking the integer values. So if we put x equal to 1, then y will be equal to 1 by 2. So leave it. If we put x equal to 2, then what will happen? If I put x equal to 2, it will be 3 to the 6 minus 1. Then also it will be an integer. If I take x equal to 3, then it will be better. If we put x equal to 3, then it will be 3 3 is a 9. Then we take 9 to the right hand side, it will be 1 minus 9, that will be minus 8. So y will be equal to minus 4. At x equal to 3, y will be equal to minus 4. Okay. Another value, what can we take? If we take x equal to any negative value, then what will happen? If we take x equal to minus 1, you have to just take these values yourself and you have to find out the other value. If you take x, then find the value of y. It should be an integer. You have to check it by putting these values. So first you will put 0, 1, 2, then put minus 1, minus 2. Just okay. You need not to put many values. You have to take only 3 or 4 values. You will get a particular value which will be an integer. So if we take x equal to minus 1, it will be minus 3. When we take minus 3 to the right hand side, it will be plus 3. So it will be 1 plus 3, 4. Then y will be equal to 2. So we get two values. Two ordered pair we got. And we can plot the graph by only two values. So for the first equation, these are two ordered pair. And for second equation, these are two ordered pair. Now we are going to draw the graph of both the equation and we will find the point of intersection of both the lines. So it is x origin, x dash and y dash. Now plot the values. Let us take 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 1, 2, 3 and 4. Minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4. Minus 1, minus 2, minus 3 and minus 4. So what is the first ordered pair? It is 0, 3 and 1, minus 1 for the first equation. Then for the second equation it is 3, minus 4 and minus 1, 2. This is for second equation and these are for the first equation. So let us plot first 0, 3. So x equal to 0, y equal to 3. This will be our first point 0, 3. Then second ordered pair of the first equation. First you will plot both the ordered pair of first equation and complete the graph of first equation. Then you will move to the second equation. Okay, first draw the graph of first equation, then go to the second equation. If you take both the equation together, then you will get confused. Probably you may not be able to draw the graph exactly. Okay, so it is better to first draw the graph of first equation, then go to the second equation. So first we have plotted the point 0, 3. Then the second point is 1, minus 1. So x equal to 1 and y equal to minus 1. So this will be the point 1, minus 1. This is our point. Now join these 2 points in this way. You have to join these 2 points, and you can, because it is a line, by joining the 2 points you will get a line, and line can be extended to both the sides. So we can extend this line on this side as well as on this side. So we have extended the lines on the both side. You will use the scale so that it will be a straight line. Clear? Similarly, this is the graph of first equation. So when you complete the graph of first equation, always write the equation of that particular, always write the equation on that graph whose graph you have plotted. So this is the graph of first equation. So you will write it here, 2x minus y is equal to 3. This is the graph of first equation. So we have written the equation on the graph of the first equation, 2x minus y equal to 3. So that you may be able to understand that this is the line of this particular equation. Clear? Now we are coming to the second equation. The second equation point is 3, minus 4. So x equal to 3 and at x equal to 3, y is equal to minus 4. So this will be the point 3, minus 4. This is the point 3, minus 4. I am not writing it here. You will write it. You can write it here. 2x minus y equal to 3. Now the first point is 3, minus 4, and the second ordered pair is minus 1, 2. So where will be minus 1, 2? This is minus 1 and this is 2. So minus 1, 2. This is our point second, minus 1, 2. Now we have to join these 2 points. So you will join these 2 points using scale, and you can extend these 2 lines on both the sides. When you will draw these graph on the graph paper, then it will be more accurate. Just a second, there is some mistake in this graph. We have plotted the first graph, which is wrong, because we have plotted 0, 3, but it is 0, minus 3. So let us correct it. It is 0, minus 3. Second graph is correct, but first graph is not correct. So we have to correct the first graph. It is not correct in this. This is the graph of second equation. Okay, so we are writing it here. The second equation is 3x plus 2y equals to 1. This is the graph of second equation. Now again plotting the graph of first equation. The first point is 0 comma minus 3. So at x equal to 0, y is minus 3. There will be 0 comma minus 3. Okay, we have made a mistake. We have taken the point 0 comma 3. That's why our graph was wrong. Now this is 0 comma minus 3, and the second point is 1 comma minus 1. So at x equal to 1, this is x equal to 1. At x equal to 1, y is minus 1. So this will be the second point, 1 comma minus 1. This is 0 comma minus 3, and this is our second point, 1 comma minus 1. Now if we join these two lines, these 2 points, and extend both of them on both the sides. Now this is the graph of first equation. This is 2x minus y is equal to 3. Now the graph is correct. The lines may not be straight on the board, but when you will draw these lines on the graph paper, then exactly these will be the straight line, and you will get the point of intersection. First we have drawn the graph of both the lines. Okay, are you able to understand how to draw the graph? First thing is, you should be able to understand how to draw the graph of a given linear equation. So we have drawn the table of both the equation, and we have plotted the point, join these 2 points and extend the line on both the sides. That will be the equation, that will be the graph of those particular equation. So we have drawn both the graphs. Now we have to find the point of intersection of 2 lines on the graph paper. Now we can see here both these graphs are intersecting at this particular point. This is the point where both the graphs are intersecting. Okay, now when you will draw this graph on the graph paper, then only you will be able to exactly find out the value of this particular point of intersection. On the board it is not possible to get the accurate value, but I am just telling you what will be this value. Both the graphs are intersecting at the same point. This point is also 1 comma minus 1. When you will draw the graph of both the equation on the graph paper, then they will intersect. The point of intersection will be 1 comma minus 1. This will be your answer, which you can find out on the graph paper itself. Okay, so whenever you have to find the point of intersection, or you have to find the coordinate of any point on the line, then that particular value you can obtain from the graph paper. Clear? So this is the method how to draw the graph of 2 different equations on the same graph paper and to find the value of point of intersection. Clear? So this was the method to draw the graph of any linear equation in 2 variables. Okay, now there is one more important thing. We have already discussed that the graph of a linear equation is always a straight line. Now some students ask the question why there are infinite solution of a linear equation in 2 variables. So we can explain that infinite solution from this graph also. Have you noted down? Note it down first. Now from the complete discussion of today's class, we came to know that the graph of any linear equation in 2 variables will always be a straight line. Okay, so suppose this is our coordinate system, Cartesian coordinate system, and when we draw the graph of any linear equation, then it will always be a straight line. Let us suppose this is a straight line of any graph, ax plus by plus c equal to 0. This is a general form of linear equation, and its graph will be like this. Now when we talk about infinite solution, so now if we see, we have already discussed how to draw the graph. The ordered pair is the solution also. Ordered pair is the solution of the linear equation. And how many ordered pair are possible? There are infinite number of ordered pair possible. But if we explain it in another way, that any linear equation is always a straight line, and on a straight line, how many points are possible? Every point, each and every point on this particular line, this point, this, there may be, how many points will be there? If you draw a straight line, then how many points may be possible on this straight line? There will be infinite number of points possible on a straight line, like you have studied in your real number line. Real number line start from minus infinity to plus infinity. There is a zero in between. Similarly, on every line, it can be extended to infinity on this side, can be extended to infinity on this side. It means how many solutions will be there? There will be infinite number of solutions, because every point on this particular line is a ordered pair. This point is an ordered pair. Suppose it is x1 y1, this is x2 y2, this is x3 y3, this is x4 y4. Okay, all different numbers of ordered pair are possible because it is a Cartesian coordinate system. So every point on this line will be a particular coordinate, particular set of ordered pair. That's why there will be infinite number of solutions for a single straight line. Okay, so we can explain it in this way also, because why there are infinite number of solution in a straight line, in a linear equation in two variable? Because the graph of linear equation in two variable is a straight line, and there are infinite number of points are possible on a straight line which is on a Cartesian coordinate system. That's why there will be infinite number of solutions. Clear? So today we have discussed about how to draw the graph of a linear equation in two variables, what is the meaning of intercept on x-axis and intercept on y-axis. So today you will solve the questions of plotting the graph of linear equation in two variables. We will discuss some more important questions in our next video also. The questions based on graph of linear equation in two variables we will discuss in our next video also. So before that, you have to solve the questions based on this particular topic.